Welcome to the American Red Devils podcast. I'm John.
I'm Alex.
And we're bringing you the best Manchester United news from this side of the pond.
There is nothing like fucking winning, man. Yeah. There is nothing like winning. And I'm telling you right now, it doesn't matter if it's freaking dominoes, it's spades, it's bourrée, it's croquet, it's fucking chess, it's preseason, ass kicking. It does not matter, man. Winning is winning. And it feels good, man. And then we needed to taste that, all right, because that's where we're going. That's what we got to get used to. The best thing we did this game, the fucking best thing we did, we complimented each other. We complimented each other. When we needed offense, we took it all the way down on a 20-play drive and shoved it right down their throat for a touchdown when we needed it. Defense, hold our ground, hold our ground, hold our ground. They hit a play, but they're down what? Right? They're down one. They got a decision to make, all right? They're going to go for the win. We got one more chance, defense, and what'd you do? You fucking played the down, and we win the fucking game. That play before that is all for naught. We'll clean that up. It doesn't matter, because what matters is you made the fucking play when we had to have it to win the game. That's how you win. That's how winners are fucking made. That's how winning teams are made. We got better this week. We got better. Those 2 days and a day, we got better, man. This is an outstanding trip for us. That's well done, man. That's what it's supposed to taste like and feel like. It's good shit, man. We're going up. We're going places. Stay true to who we are and what we're about. And if you guys do that, good things are going to happen to us.
Good things are going to happen to this Manchester United side, sir. How are we feeling after that win on the South Coast against Southampton?
How we doing, sir? He gets a lot right there. It was taking it back. Winning ugly. Didn't have to be perfect. Wasn't perfect. Far from it. It wasn't nearly as tidy as we played against the Scouse Bastards on Monday, but it was a good win. It was a good 3 points, and it was a big clean sheet for this new look defense. By the way, that coach you just showed me is enormous. That guy's a former player, I would imagine. But have to agree with what he said. That winning attitude, that winning mentality is contagious, and you got to keep it going because the Scouse Bastards, those are big wins, but these are the wins that matter, really, at the end of the day. There's a lot more Southamptons you have to play than Liverpool's, just given the makeup of the league. And picking up 3 points on the road with the whinging coach that you're playing against, that was great to see him complaining about Manchester United's payroll. He's always whinging about Manchester United. It was a big 3 points, a good win. It wasn't perfect. Bruno got on the score sheet. Lot to like, sir. We got another big match on Leicester. These are the matches we got to be picking up after with our rough start, dropping the first 6 points against winnable sides. Let's keep it going.
Shout out to Hard Knocks Detroit Lions. You know the Detroit Lions not a very good side. They win a game. You know, the coach is talking about that mentality. I feel like Manchester United, we lost that winning mentality. Like, it doesn't matter if it's backgammon, ass kicking. Feels good to win, man. And it felt good to win at Southampton. Could have been better, could have played better, but felt good to win. And 3 points and stacking that and knowing how to go away, get a clean sheet, tough game, hold the line. The defense held the line and winning. That is what Manchester United is about. That's the feeling we got to get back to. That is what this game was about. So you could say it wasn't too pretty, wasn't as nice looking as Liverpool. They pressed us high up the pitch. They went man for man. Bruno was a difference maker. We got 3 points, and it's about building that mentality. Eric Ten Hag's Red Army goes again Thursday, Leicester City, big match.
Big match, and they're all big matches these days because we got to keep the pressure on the teams above us. But sometimes you got to win ugly, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's part of the game. That's part of football, and that's part of being a winning side, is that you're not always going to play sparkling 10 out of 10 performances and just roll teams 9-0. Sometimes you need to win ugly, and we won ugly. It was a good win, well done from the defense.
I don't know if it was ugly.
It was ugly. Well, sir, let me finish my preamble.
No, but you keep saying you say ugly
a lot. It was ugly. It was a little ugly. We could have. This is
a win's a
Southampton
win,
we're talking
man.
about. This is Southampton we're talking about. You know, we could have passed it a little more tightly. We could have held the ball a little bit better. On the break, we had a bunch of good break opportunities where we didn't do exactly what we should have done, right? Ronaldo at the end, Bruno at the beginning. So there are things to build on. But that being said, it's a great win. It's an important win, and we build it from there. But, sir, we can play better. We're going to play better. We will play better.
We hold true to ourselves. We're going places, man. This team's going places. I feel it. And we got a big signing, Anthony, rumored. Here we go. 100 million euros. Eric Ten Hag's got him right so far. That's a huge price tag. Monumental price tag. We're talking almost Premier League breaking price tag. That's instant impact. Like, he's coming in, playing on the wing. Alonga obviously will slot to the bench. We need it. The team's crying out for it. We probably need cover in the midfield as well. Do you rate Antony? How are you feeling about the deal? Here we go. It's Sunday afternoon. Are you like elated? Are you a little frustrated we're leaving it late and paying too much? What's your gut tell you?
I mean, I'm excited. I think it makes, I know the ages are a lot different, but I want to just like kind of compare it to our most recent signing, which is Casemiro, 30. We overpaid because we left it so late in the window, and we were tracking Frankie de Jong all window. That didn't work out, and we picked up a player that is very solid. Different positional, but he's world class. Let's not get it wrong. Casemiro, obviously older, 4 years older than Frankie. Now you have Antony. Antony, if you look, a lot of strikers and wingers have traded in this window. Some big names, right? Haaland, Nunez, Richarlison, Jesus, Sterling. Like, these are players that have scored a lot of goals, some of them in the Premier League, and they went for 50, 55, 60. He's going for 84 million pounds, 100 million euros. That's right under the Pogba deal. Dude, it's huge money, and I think he's a player, and I like the fact that, dude, Erik ten Hag rates him. He is our front office. He is our scouting department. I believe in him because so far so good. Lisandro Martinez looks like a steal at 60 million, and we were calling him probably overpriced a couple weeks ago. It's a big price tag.
Yeah,
like, I think the player's good.
Yeah.
If the price tag just sits over your head, and like you'll have all the knobs on Sky Sports, really talk shit sports, they'll be criticizing you because of the price tag. That's what gives me concern. That is a huge price tag, but I think the player has, dude, he's 22. He knows what he's playing with, right? Erik ten Hag rates him. I'm excited about that, but big dollars.
That price tag. It's tough to come in on. We'll talk more about that when we get into the transfers. But first, quick PSA for the podcast. You like the American Red Devils. We are for fans, by fans. You want to support us. The best way to do so is Patreon. Check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/American Red Devils. We do behind the scenes episode every single month. You get extra content. We give away pin stickers, scarves, shirts, you name it. Please sign up for our Patreon. We want to go the direct fan support route. Our target is 100 Patreon members. We're just shy of that, I think 30. If you're thinking about it, please sign up. Big shout out to Craig Tortorella. Signed up. Thank you so much, Stretford and supporter. Really appreciate you. Check out our website, AmericanRedDevils.com. Amazing fan-generated blog content on transfers and everything in between. Also, click on store. You don't like Patreon, grab some merch. Support the small-time operation. That is the only way we are supported. We are ad-free on this podcast. Check out our Discord channel as well. Over 700 Muppets talking daily about everything Manchester United. They're going nuts about the Antony. Here we go. Would love to check in the Discord and see how that's going. Sir, tell them about iTunes reviews.
iTunes reviews or 5-star reviews of the American Red Devils podcast. Wherever you listen, it's a great way to support the pod. And even better, we're giving away free merch. This is all you have to do. Write a 5-star review wherever you listen and send a screenshot to AmericanRedDevils@gmail.com with your mailing address, and I will personally pick, pack, and ship some free ARD gear. Send it right to your door anywhere in the world. We just sent something out to Sweden. We're sending it everywhere, and because of great reviews like this one from JRush92, 5 stars, great listen, great podcast to celebrate the greatest club in the world. You can hear John and Alex's passion in their well thought out discussions in every episode. Also fun to hear others' joy and frustrations with my favorite club. Thank you, JRush. Thank you everyone writing these 5-star reviews. They go a long way to helping us get found organically. And giving away that free merch, sir.
I think you sent merch to Slovakia as well.
I did.
I mean, we sent it all around the world. And if you're a Muppet, please like, subscribe. Helps us a lot. We just do this for the love of the game. We started 5 years ago when United won the Europa League, ironically. And we haven't won a trophy since, so we're trying to break that curse, but show some love. We're wholly fan-supported, and we have turned down sponsorship opportunities just so we didn't have to sell you nothing you don't need. Let's jump into the match. Southampton 0, Manchester United 1. What a win. Some people might say boring game. But you go to the South Coast, it's a long trip from Manchester. We've seen us lose to Bournemouth away. We've seen us struggled Brighton away. These are the type of trap games we talk about here on the podcast. And to get a clean sheet, get a result, it is huge. Let's get in that starting 11. Dave says rolled number 1 in net. New haircut, new De Gea. Let's go. Malacia, I think he's our new starting left back.
No doubt.
I do feel bad for Shaw a little bit because we don't get to go Impossible Meat Pie anymore. Martinez and Varane, center back pairing. Delot on the right. McTominay playing CDM. Eriksson, Fernandez playing the midfield 2. Elanga, Rashford, and Sancho up top with Elanga on the left, Sancho on the right. Rashford through the middle. What do you think of that lineup? Casemiro on the bench. Ronaldo on the bench.
Luke Shaw, he'll have plenty of chances to start in a little thing called Europa League that's coming up right around the corner. Hey, not too many surprises in here. Casemiro probably not ready to make the start, given how long it takes to get him actually training. I think it was Wednesday when he ended up training for the first time. I like that back four. Malacia, he's the starter, no doubt about it. Martinez and Varane. There's no better center-back pairing at this club. McTominay, whatever. You see the double Eriksson Fernandez kind of pivot, which is good. And then Elanga. This kind of cries out to the need where we need reinforcements. We need Antony. But when you spend 100 million euros on an attacker, you don't leave a lot more for extra reinforcements because we still need a striker. I still feel like we need a number 9. But I like the 11. What do you think?
We came out in the 4-2-3-1. Fernandez really playing number 10. Eriksson, McTominay, midfield. Casemiro, I would like to see him. He's ready. He's fit.
Born ready.
He's ready to go. I think we should have played him. Ten Hag, obviously, giving him a transition. You got to respect that as well. First half, United come out compact, but Southampton, look, they were interested in moving forward, sitting back. They pressed us high up the pitch, man for man. They didn't go as crazy as Hansen Hudl has done before with his gloves on the touchline, playing the 4-2-2-2, which we saw Rangnick attempt to do against Manchester United. So 7th minute, United break, but Bruno's pass to Elanga is intercepted. I thought we saw some great opportunities. Again, we were looking to get in behind Southampton as they came high up the pitch, and we had those opportunities in the first 20 minutes. We just couldn't convert. 19th minute, United must score. Eriksson, great opportunity. Everyone had an opportunity here. Great save, great block by Southampton's defense. We did not break through.
Bruno with a couple chances at it. Southampton were doing last chance saloon, just throwing bodies left, right, and center. I think it all started from a good to low ball in. He was good, very good on the attack yesterday against the Saints. But this one, I think if Eriksson just kind of picked his head up and saw the goal, he could have placed it into the left side of the net. Hey, United would have their chances, but this was encouraging. They were pushing and pushing and pushing.
But again, United looking to almost counter Southampton. Southampton wasn't content to sit back. Hansen Hudl being, not as aggressive as he has in the past, but still aggressive. And we just we weren't clicking in attack. And that was something they did frustrate us. I do think the Saints kind of nullified our attack. 31st minute, Saints with a great chance in the box, but Kochap blasted it over. This one could have been a goal easily. And 37th minute, Eriksson puts in a terrific ball, but Bruno can't get on the end of it. He could have done better, but we also could use a new striker, sir. First half, how are you feeling?
I mean, it wasn't perfect, but United showed some real good promise. We didn't look like we looked against Brentford. We were compact. The defense looks pretty solid other than that 31st minute chance. And I think if United just were a little sharper on that counter, we could have had some better opportunities. But like you said, they were tripling Sancho on the left side. They just knew that a lot of it would go through him. But certainly something to build on. But hey, 0-0 was probably a fair result going into halftime.
United come out okay in the second half. 49th minute, McTominay had a snapshot, but it's parried away. It also was like 5 a.m. as well.
Not for them.
Not for them. But great team goal. You got to shout it out. 55th minute.
Coming past Armstrong. Out wide towards Dallows. Fisted inside the penalty area, and Manchester United lead through Bruno Fernandes. That's some finish. Well, they might not have been at their best on the road today. It's certainly not the same kind of performance they produced on Monday, but significantly, they have the lead. And is this going to be the end of that long run of away defeats?
Well, Man United are at their best when they do things quickly. 1 and 2 touch. This is an outstanding team goal. Dallow starting slightly more in field, finds his way out to that right-hand side and picks out a delicious ball.
Shout out to Sancho, who actually swapped here, and we can talk about why that was important, but Sancho went from the left, went to the right, overloaded the right-hand side. Elanga, Sancho, Dalot to Bruno. Confused the defense there. They were trying to play man marking, and I think Ten Hag switched it up in the second half, which is why tactically we struggled in the first. That's the same way Brighton and Brentford have played us. And then Ten Hag makes that adjustment. You're starting to see that IQ come through. Players starting to change positions, making it difficult to defend. And we get that great goal and a great finish from Bruno Fernandes.
Great finish from Bruno. Great team goal. Just all being said. Quick, one-touch football. Eriksen gets the ball out well to Dalot with a great cross in and a nice finish from Bruno Fernandes. Certainly not his best match in a Manchester United kit. But when it counts, when it matters, back against the wall, big goal from the captain. Needed it at 50th minute. It's kind of like, United knew it. Theirs to lose at this point. Big goal.
But you saw the adjustment from Ten Hag at halftime. The players followed the instructions. I thought the intensity was there. 59th minute, McTominay handball shot. Having a laugh here. Not a handball. 66th minute, Day saves. Great reflex save from the Spaniard. This team's not going to do it easy.
Nope, never.
Shout out to De Gea for coming up big.
Played well.
Everyone gets all over him when he plays, has a mistake, but he probably saved the game here. 68th minute sub, Ronaldo comes on for Sancho. Didn't do too much. 80th minute, Casemiro comes on for United.
He looked
Debut,
good.
Looks solid. looks real good.
Looks like a better version
Again,
of
another Hag signing, looking like never seen a player for Manchester United pass calmly in our own corner. That he's like, that's what we need.
That was tight.
Everyone's got to settle down. The player's a little jumpy on the ball. You can still tell. Casemiro's going to calm it down, especially at that CDM role is what we need. And Fred came on for Eriksen, 91st, and then Dalot clears it off the line. Nervy ending. Southampton, we're coming into it. Ten Hag makes the tactical adjustment at halftime. We're able to hold, get the clean sheet. Tells you everything you need to know about Manchester United. Team performance. Compliment each other, man. Got the win, man. Let's go.
I mean, everything you like to see, right? The coach is making adjustments at halftime to kind of adjust to the opposition they're playing and what they're thrown at. The team, I think, grew into the match. There were some nervy moments, certainly in the second half, but all in all, it was a really solid defensive performance, and he managed the game well, right? The subs were good. Like I said, it could have been a little bit earlier. I think he was spot on in the Liverpool game today. They maybe made a little bit earlier, but that being said, Casemiro looked class. Fred shored things up a bit, and it's just an important 3 points on the road. I think our first win in 7 matches on the road. So an important one. So, dude, Erik Ten Hag army is building.
Erik Ten Hag, he gets another manager. Hasenhüttl, take a seat. Stats.
Complaining. Hasenhüttl
he's crazy.
Complaining. Always complaining.
Surprised he wasn't wearing the gloves on the touchline. Manchester United with 11 shots to Southampton, 17. 6 on target for United to 5 for Southampton. 52% of the ball for United to 48% for Southampton. Pretty even game across the board, but we pipped them. And number one thing, clean sheet for Manchester United. Sir, you put the table in here. We don't talk about the table until Christmas, but I will cover my ears if you want to mention where we are at in the table.
We got some stats. Only Mo Salah, Harry Kane, and Son Heung-min have scored more Premier League goals than Bruno Fernandes.
I think you butchered Son's name.
I did. I definitely did.
You didn't need the last name. You just say Son. You just say
Spurs,
Son.
Yeah.
You could say Kane.
Salah at 54, Kane at 49, and Son at 45. Excuse me out there. Bruno's 37 goals, most since his debut. So shout out to Bruno. He needs a couple of those. Go in the table, sir. Arsenal, top of the table. They're celebrating like they won the league. I'm sure things will end up well in May. City next in line. They battled back with a Haaland hat trick. Jesus Christ, he's going to score a lot of goals. Spurs in third. Brighton in fourth. Leeds Scum in fifth. Chelsea in sixth. Newcastle, Bonesaw FC in seventh. And United, ship it up in the world. We're 14th a week ago. Now we're 8th. Step by step. Big game against Leicester. They're like 19th at the moment. We have to win. Huge match.
Sorry, you done talking about the table? I wasn't listening.
What table?
What table? All right, let's check in with the manager, Erik Ten Hag. What do you have to say about the match?
I think we did a lot better as against Brentford. You saw a team on the pitch, good organization, fight for each other, following the rules. And I think we also some really good moments from playing football. And we score finally, or not finally, but in the best part of Man United after halftime. I think that 10-15 minutes was really good. We played a really good possession game and we scored a wonderful goal.
If you have an idea of football, how far is the team away from it now, or how close should it be?
There is a lot of room for improvement. That is quite clear. But for me, is it normal that when you come in a season, there's always tough. There's one. Second is I'm new, First, the cooperation with the team, so that is new. It's a new way of play, so a lot of new facts, and that will not go 100% from the start. But we have to get results. We have to win games, and that is what we did today. And so I'm really happy with that. So we are much more aware what are the laws in football, and that is so what we bring on the pitch. I'm really happy with that.
Calm, cool, collected from Erik ten Hag. Nothing to see here. Love the presser. Love the way he's dealing with the questions. And he was pragmatic. The way he's playing is to get results. The way we're playing is to get results. He's seeing the team's strengths. We're playing to it, trying to get them to play together as a team. We're not playing ten Hag ball yet from Ajax. There's going to be a transition. He's going to get his boys in. Feeling good about it. I don't feel good about the €100 million price tag for Anthony, but if he's his man and Elanga can actually play in Europa League, get the right experience, you don't ruin Anthony Elanga, we're going to look good. We're going to look good. So Ten Hag, look at his fingerprints in this team. Look at how we're playing, number one, the adjustments he's making, and the players he's bought to make us better. This is a 180-degree U-turn from Crystal Palace in the last season when we went away. It's amazing. So you got to clap it up, Erik ten Hag. Let's go. Let's hope we get 3 against Leicester. Get some momentum.
Yeah, like you said, attitude adjustment, acumen, pedigree. I mean, he's got it all. He also has, we need to give the man some time. The big problem with paying $100 million, we'll talk more about this when we get to the news, sir, is that if you did those signings, really the Casemiro and Anthony signing earlier in the window, you would have had more money to spend on a backup right back or a new right back plus a striker. So that's the challenge. This is kind of like...
So you could sign me for $50.
Less. The free transfer, sir. This is kind of where United gets criticism. Oh, we spent money. We spent money, a lot of money on players, but when you spend $90 million on Pogba, $80 million on Harry Maguire, $50 million on AWB, that money adds up quickly, and if they don't work out, it's a big kind of egg on your face. So I'm hopeful because this man picked it out. The bald man, our bald fraud, picked out Anthony. I'm really hopeful about that, but you're seeing slow progress, and that's what we're going to need. There's going to be bumps along the road. We could drop points certainly against lower level opposition, but dude, progress takes time, and the additions that he's made have slotted right in. Right, Malacia is a starter, Martinez is a starter, Eriksen's a starter, Anthony will probably be a starter, Casemiro will be a starter. There's 5 starters of his signings. And he's just getting going. So exciting times ahead.
So I'm not a free transfer. Manchester United has to pay the wife to release me from my daily duties. So
$75.
Yeah. Who knows? It could be free. We'll have to ask her. Bring her on the pod sometime. But we got a next match. That's right. Leicester City versus Manchester United. King Power Stadium. Away again. Can we win 2 on the trot? Game week 5. They're coming fast. Winter World Cup. Sir, winter is coming. The Winter World Cup is coming. That's why we have this random Thursday fixture. Thursday, September 1st, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. Lifetime Leicester City. We've won 68, drawn 31, lost 36. First time we ever played them, 1894. Leicester Foss FC versus Newton Heath. We won 3-2 in the second division of English football at the time. It's been a while. Now, this is horrific.
Record.
Getting into the last 5 versus Leicester City, Salty Vardy loves to show up against Manchester United. We've drawn 2, lost 3 against Leicester City. That is probably one of the worst track records we've had on the pod to date. Coming into it, Leicester is absolutely atrocious. They beat Sevilla in preseason. They drew to Brentford. They got battered by Arsenal. They lost to Southampton. They lost EFL Cup. They went through on penalties to Stockport. And they lost to Chelsea, and Chelsea was down a man, Koulibaly. So they're drowning, but the problem with a team that's drowning, they could drag you under. They're looking for a result. They're playing at home. Manchester United got to hold. That back line has to hold.
I mean, trap games sometimes come back to back because, like you said, this team, they need a win. They need 3 points. They're going to be playing at home. Hey, they just sold another player for big money. Didn't quite go on Harry Maguire money, but Fofana is going to Chelsea for £75 million. And they're always dangerous. They have good players. And then, like you said, Vardy, Tielemans, I know they have some good defenders around. We have to play well. If we play well, put out a solid performance, I think Casemiro is ready to go. He's a player.
Vardy is scoring in this game, for the record.
Oh, it's not going to be a clean sheet, but we just need to get some goals. Play a little tighter, especially on the break. We're going to have opportunities to counter them because they're going to push players forward. We just got to keep it tight.
Well, history on Leicester club was founded in 1884 as Leicester Foss FC. They played on a field near Foss Road, which is sort of why they got their name. They moved to Filbert Street in 1891 and were elected to the Football League in 1894. That's when they played Manchester United, and they adopted the name Leicester City in 1919. They moved to the nearby Walker Stadium in 2002, which was renamed the King Power Stadium after the takeover. Their late owner, obviously the tragedy with the helicopter that took off on the field. He transformed the club. They famously won the title in 15-16. Their first top flight title, becoming one of 7 clubs to have ever won the Premier League since its inception in 1992. What a season that was. But there's very few players that were still there, Jamie Vardy being one of them. And Leicester holds a joint record of 7 second-tier titles and have competed in the FA Cup final 5 times, winning their first one in 2021. So they've won a few trophies. They've won a league. They've won the FA Cup. They won the second division 7 times. But Brendan Rodgers is currently drowning.
I tell you what, I think the only reason Manchester United, because remember, Brendan Rodgers was in the list. Before the list got whittled down to
He was, and that was scary.
He was.
That was very
Before
scary.
the list got whittled down to
you can't
Eric
do that.
Ten
He was
Hag.
Scouse Bastard reject coach. You can't hire
Eric
him.
Ten Hag. It was Eric Ten Hag and Poch, but that's only after he started falling like a scud.
No. This was Ole getting fired. They flirted
Before
with it. It was
Rangnick?
before Rangnick. So it was when Ole was getting fired. Rodgers was one of the coaches floated because he's cheap.
Yeah, there you go.
And you can't hire a Scouse Bastard reject coach.
No,
You just can't do that. Thank God we didn't. We ended up with our man Eric Ten Hag and now Brendan Rodgers drowning. Injuries for Manchester United. Facundo, he's still out. Martial, no surprise. We talked about it on the podcast. You're really only going to play with Martial at number 9 for Manchester United? He's not healthy. That's just how it goes. Brandon Williams trying to sell him. Victor Lindelof looks like he's out. He has not returned to training just yet. Given those injuries, what is your lineup?
So this is what I got. I got same back 5 in Delo. Obviously, De Gea, net, Varane, Martinez, and Malacia. I'm going to do Casemiro for his first start with Fred doing that Brazilian midfield with Bruno at number 10, Ronaldo up front, Sancho on the right, Rashford on the left. Who you got?
We have a big game Sunday against Arsenal.
Big game.
Right, so you're going to see some rotation. This is the first rotational test for Ten Hag. Right, he's been looking for his best 11. Then you start getting into 3 games in 8 or 9 days, and now you need the rotational exam. David De Gea in net. Delo, you got to put Maguire in. You got to rest Varane. Injury prone. He's older. You need some fresh blood. Martinez, you can play him. He's young. He's hungry. He can handle it. Shaw, he's coming in for Malacia.
Full of meat pies.
Casemiro, Fred, Bruno, because you're saving McTominay. You're saving Eriksen. Then you put Ronaldo, Sancho, Rashford. Anthony will play against Arsenal. That is what I'm thinking. You need to start rotating. This is when it gets difficult as a manager to rotate and pass the exam. Beat Leicester City 3 points. Let's go. Booking the bookies. United are the favorites -105. Leicester to win +250. The draw +280. Given those are the odds, what is your score prediction?
So I think you're right. I don't think it's going to be a clean sheet. I think Salty Vardy, Red Bull Vodka Vardy gets at least 1 goal. So I think 3-1. Manchester United keep it on. I think Bruno gets a goal. I think Sancho gets a goal. And I think Rashford gets a goal. What you got?
I think this Leicester City team is drowning.
What does that mean?
They're going to try to drag us into deep water. I'm going to say 1-1. I'm going to say a draw. I'm going to say we get...
What happened to the 7-1s? I thought you were
going
to keep the 7-1s.
I can't keep doing that. I got to actually revert to actually making a prediction. I think it's going to be 1-1. They drag us out into deep water. They don't quite drown us, but we need to be resuscitated via a draw away. And that wouldn't be the worst result I've ever seen, sir. Let's get into the news. All right, United in the news, sir. Here we go. Anthony. Not Anthony, like you've said many times in this podcast. Anthony from Ajax, the Brazilian. He's young.
22.
100 million euro fee contract until June 2027, option till 2028. To be signed tomorrow, contracts being prepared. It's a historical fee. The highest price paid for a player from the Eredivisie. Anthony will be in Manchester next week. He's got the frosted tips.
He does.
He's got the neck tattoo. He's got the high price tag. All he needs is, 15 goals, 10 assists. That's what you're paying for. This is big money. This is not messing around money. I'm worried. For this fee, the expectation is he's one of the top players in the English Premier League. And I don't think he's going to be. It takes time. But I just hope this doesn't hang around his neck like that price tag for Harry Maguire does. Because Harry Maguire was bought for a lot of money, came and played well, and then faded, and now everyone's beating him over the head with that price tag. That's just how it goes in this game. The price that a team pays for you, this is stupid money. Aren't there other options like Gabco? Overpaying. Gives me a this is double.
This 60,
is double.
60 million max. But that being said,
euros or pounds? What are you talking about?
60 million pounds max. Like this
No
is 85 million pounds, right?
If Jesus, Richarlison, Sterling are in that range, and they're all EPL proven,
I'm not defending the price.
He's got to be a discount.
50.
He's a 40 to 45. He's a 42.5 plus add-ons player.
Gets you to 60 maybe if he hits it in the Champions League.
That's a fair valuation.
If you did this deal in June,
we're paying straight down double for him, and that is because Ten Hag is like, I want this player.
And we don't have any other options because we left it fucking late and everyone else traded. So they're going for Anthony. He knows the player. But like you said, there's one thing to pay top dollar for a player, right? Like they paid £100 million for Jack Grealish. He didn't fuck all, but they still won the league and no one cares because nobody cares about Manchester City. But if you spend all this money at Manchester United, Talk Sport will be talking shit. Our rivals will be talking shit. Even Sky Sports will be talking shit. So he has big, big shoes to fill. This is more money than Jadon Sancho, and Jadon Sancho had a much better pedigree than Anthony did. And coming from Anthony, I'll get it right eventually, sir. We just signed him. We signed him like an hour ago.
I'm just crying out like all the people listening to the pod simultaneously screaming into the ether are going to be crying out when you say Anthony.
So that being said, he's coming from I would say a lesser league than the Bundesliga. So there's that. And he's, 11 million euros more? I think Jadon Sancho went for 73 million pounds. So it's a huge fee. His production's not even that good. He's played 23 games last year in the Eredivisie, 8 goals, 4 assists, a little bit better the year before, 9 and 8. So there's big expectations. It'll arguably take him one season to adjust, but he knows what Erik Ten Hag wants. Erik Ten Hag knows what kind of player he is. I hope that he knows that he has the mental fortitude to hold up to this level of scrutiny because you're coming in with a target on your back. You are. This fee,
so you got to trust.
The only player we played for more was Pogba, and that was a giant bust. So I guess hopefully this doesn't go worse.
Sir, big trust. Erik Ten Hag. Big trust. We trust him.
That's it.
You got to trust Ten Hag here because the math doesn't add up. The stats don't add up. The league performance before paying this fee doesn't add up. And Erik Ten Hag has seen him behind closed doors. He knows what type of player he is. And if he is an ounce of what Martinez has, then we're in good hands. So it's just one of those where even paying this much money, he's got to be better than Sancho was to start at United. This is almost like look, we can go down the list of. Just go down the list. This is 2022, the biggest. He's more than Nunes, more than Haaland. Obviously, caveat because his dad got paid a tons.
He's the top of the window, right? He's 100 million.
Yeah, Richarlison, Jesus. He's number one. This will be the number one most expensive player. And you look at all time in and out of the EPL, in and out. Ronaldo to Real Madrid originally when he left was less than this.
80. That was it's unbelievable.
This is in so we're going euros. He's 100 million euros. Gareth Bale was 101 million euros going to Real Madrid. Pogba coming to United was 105 million euros. He's just under that. Chelsea bringing Lukaku back was 113 million euros. Hazard 115 million euros going to Real Madrid. Grealish going to City 117 million euros, and Coutinho going to Barcelona 135 million euros. Obviously that bankrupted Barcelona, but the number one thing about this type of deal, which is interesting. This is more than Maguire, more than Sancho, more than we brought in Lukaku originally for. All these players on this list, how many of them did well after the big price tag? One. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Bale.
There's only one.
Bale did well. Bale did really well at Real Madrid. He won
it didn't really
4 Champions League titles.
I agree, but he didn't really play a lot, and he was playing golf, and it didn't really end well.
I mean, there's two. There's literally two.
Because like once you get the big money deal, it messes with your head. Doesn't really like Pogba didn't turn out well. Grealish hasn't done well. Coutinho didn't do well. Hazard hasn't done well. Gareth Bale, he did win the Champions League, but for me the big concern is looking at the list and who performed because there's only one maniac where the money doesn't affect him, and that's Ronaldo, right? And that was a long time ago, and guess what? He was 24. All these players bought at this price tag, 25, 25, 28, 28, 23, 24, 24.
He was worth $200 million. Like, that was the biggest bargain ever. Getting Ronaldo at
Obviously,
24 years old.
inflation, stuff like that. We're trying to say this is eye-watering money for a player. This is the biggest price paid for the least, I would say, this is the riskiest fee I've ever seen because of he doesn't have the stats and pedigree to back it up, right? It's basically you're buying him on, trust me, he's good for it. Trust me, Ten Hag says, trust me, he's good for it. He hasn't put it on the stat sheet. He hasn't played in a top league, but trust me, he's good for it. Now let's get into the stats. How has he done in the Eredivisie? Well, 99th percentile in shots. 99th percentile in assists, 99th percentile in XG assisted, 89th percentile in non-penalty goals plus X assists, 89th percentile in shot created actions, 92nd percentile in passes attempted, 98th percentile in progressive carries, 99th percentile in progressive passes received, 98th percentile in interceptions.
I think that's what he likes.
So he works hard, up the pitch, can help you win the ball. He's good at receiving the ball forward. He's good at running with the ball. He's getting you shots. He's creating assists. He's getting opportunities. So this is obviously in a lower division league. This is obviously a record price for this league. But you look at the stats, this is what Ten Hag wants. He wants someone who can press high, wants someone who can work for him, wants someone who's got that fight like Martinez, and he can create opportunities and chances, and that will probably do well at Manchester United. I'm excited about him. You just got to look at the valuation and caveat everyone's thinking, crying out in the podcast universe, but it's the Glazers' money. We don't care.
It's our money. It's Manchester United's money because if he didn't spend all this, in theory, if you'd bought him earlier, right? You bought him 2 months ago, I think you get him for 30, 40% less. And then you could spend that on another striker or this other winger that's in the Eredivisie that we've been talking to. But that being said, I'm excited about the player. The fee makes me nervous because that's just a big level of expectation to hang around the guy's head day one. Day one. You come in as basically the top player we've ever bought other than Paul Pogba. People are going to expect you're going to be banging him in like week in, week out. And there's not going to be that year adjustment period that even Sancho is still kind of wrestling with. So excited about Antony. Hopeful that he's going to be the guy because I just think Ten Hag's record has been pretty unbelievable thus far. But it's a lot of money.
Casemiro, Fred, Antony.
I know, Brazil Connect.
I don't mind it.
I don't mind that at all.
We surveyed everybody today. Is Antony worth it at 100 million euros plus add-ons? 48% said yes, pay it. 52% said nope, it's way too much. So the fan base is divided, very close here. Next bit of news, or we got anything else on Antony? Any closing arguments about it? I'm excited. You put the fee behind you, all the BS. What does Manchester United need? You look at Alanga playing with Sancho and Rashford. We need another winger. We're dying for one. He'll come in.
He'll play on the right, sir?
He'll do a better job. Or you can put Sancho on the left. He can go on the right. Either way, you can switch him. He's a young player. He's got a ton of potential. I think he's going to do well, and the team is dying for it. And Ten Hag is like, it's worth it. I look at Ten Hag seeing what we need, and he's saying, I'm willing to overpay because we are desperate for this position for this season. If he stays healthy, I'm excited to see it because I do see. I don't have anything against Alanga. He needs more time, and so if Antony can come in and do a job, that attack Sancho, Rashford, Antony. Or you put in Martial when he's healthy. That could be interesting and exciting. So,
also, he pushed for the move like big time, like the level we haven't seen in a while, especially for players coming to Manchester United, which is good. Eric Ten Hag knows the player very well, knows him very well, knows what to expect. The same way Antony knows what to expect from his new coach, his manager before he changed sides and came to Manchester United. So, Dude, big price tag. Hopeful about it. I like the Brazil Connect. He's got a lot of years left to get even better. And he has the work rate. I think that's important. He's going to come in and work his ass off because you've seen that progressive carries.
Yeah, he's a dog.
Interceptions.
He's a dog.
He is a dog, and we need more dog mentality.
And that's a great point. You hit on the intangible. Ten Hag just wants dogs.
That's it.
And he's another dog, and so the percentage of dog is
Going
increasing.
up. Martinez, Casemiro, Malacia. Who else we got?
It's not quite North Jersey football barking on the defensive line like we were in high school, sir. But we got some dogs in this team, and that's what you need to win the EPL. And look, he's signing dogs. It's going to be great.
Dogs out.
It's true. It's true. It's just the way it's going to be. Next bit of news here. Speaking of dogs, Martin Dubravka. He's got some dog in him. Apparently, we're in talks for Newcastle with a loan deal for the keeper. I like this one. We do need a number 2. Tom Heaton. He's really replacing Lee Grant, kind of the trophy keeper, just hang out and practice. We need someone who can play in cup competitions, give De Gea a break. What do you think of Dubravka?
I don't know a ton about him. Like I said, our qualification this season is going to be a lot of
sharp haircut.
Yeah, it is.
Sharp
hair. That is quite a cut. I need that cut, sir. Dude, he's got good stats. We'll get into his stats in a second. Cheap and good. He certainly fits the Glazer qualification for a lot of transfers done in the last couple of years. $5 million loan fee. Shores up shop. There are a lot of games we played, and there's certainly reason to give De Gea some competition. He's had some good moments. He's had some bad moments. Probably isn't the guy for the next 5 years. I don't think Dubravka's the guy for the next 5 years, but this is just like, hey, we need a body. Let's get a body in. I think there's going to be another one of these. Hey, we need a body. Like, we need another attacker if Ronaldo leaves. And I think we could be loaning some random players in the last couple of days of the window.
He's he's a good keeper. He's playing for Newcastle. They weren't really great, but I mean, he's great at crosses. He's got a hell of a goal kick on him. 97th percentile at the length of goal kick. He does a lot of goal kicks, as you can imagine.
Boots it. You can boot it.
Newcastle's getting just killed. He doesn't have a lot of touches. He's not playing with his feet. His clean sheet percentage is 61st percentile. His save percentage 67%. He's like a quality backup in Europa League. He's not going to be doing much. Just need to give De Gea a rest. Speaking of Europa League, Hans and Franz is back. The music is not. We're going to save it until the opening fixture, September 8th. It's coming around the corner. We play Real Sociedad at home. Then September 15th, we're playing Sheriff. This one.
Tiraspol?
Somebody shot Tiraspol. Somebody shot the Sheriff, man. I saw this. And then we got Ammonia FC October 6th, October 13th, and then somebody shot the Sheriff on October 27th, November 3rd. Oh, the Hans and Franz. We did the draw. It is what it is. It's really, I guess what's important is where these countries are, first and foremost. And I don't know where
Sheriff's in Moldova.
Moldova.
There you go. Moldova. Yeah, you
and
know where that is?
What's ammonia?
You pop out. Can you pick that? I'll tell you what. Can you pick that out of a map?
No, I could not.
Let's check it out. Hold on.
Yeah, give me.
They're also playing a Superliga. Sheriff.
Ammonia FC. Ammonia Nicosia. I mean, this is just a joke. This is like Euro Trip.
I think where the hell is that one?
It's like the movie Euro Trip. Where are we going here? It's look, Europa League.
I'm looking it up here.
We don't talk about the table till Christmas. We don't talk about Europa League till the semifinals. But I mean, we're gonna do a Europa League pod.
They're in Cyprus. They're heavies in Cyprus, sir. So that's not that far. It's not going all the way to East.
But Real Sociedad, that's a good test. That's, I really think that's when you should be seeing the Elangas of the world. You should be seeing the young kids, Garnacho, for example. So let's see how Ten Hag uses it. I thought Ole, his mistake was he took every competition so seriously. I would like to see Ten Hag just play the kids. If we don't make it through, whatever. I just don't think we need to be.
Yeah.
The league is our bread and butter right now. That's exactly what we should be thinking as top 4. Europa League, play some kids. If we go deep, take it serious. But I just don't want to see us there's too many games going on. You look at the schedule in September and October is brutal before the World Cup. Eye on the prize. The Premier League is what we should be focusing on, sir. Let's get into fan questions here. At BryGuy666, quote, "It's been nice to see the squad play as one solid unit. Defense has looked awesome since old bum-ass Harry was benched. Oh, Harry Maguire's going to be mad after hearing this podcast. I think the players fully buy into Ten Hag's plan, and it's showing on the pitch. Keep the faith. Up the Red Devils. Hashtag Glazers out, and see you soon, Leicester City.
Hashtag Glazers out. That's the most important thing. These transfers, they're just doing it to buy them cover. I don't think they're really trying to back the manager like, oh, we've been waiting to the end of the window. No, they felt the pressure from the fans, from the protests outside OT before the Scouts Bastards match. Dude, keep it on him. We all believe in Erik ten Hag. Back the manager, but let's get the Glazers out. Let's keep pushing because I think they're hanging on, but we are as close as we've been. So let's just keep the pressure on them.
Next question here at Fairway Freddy. Great podcast. My prediction is Martinez will be sent off at least 5 times this season. Who knew short people were so angry and aggressive? What is your guess as to the amount of cards the Butcher of Old Trafford will collect? That's a good question.
I mean, I think 5 that would be bad. If he got sent off 5 times.
No, I think total. Let's do say how many times will he be sent off this season?
I think the over under is 2.5 would be my guess.
Sent off.
I take the under. I think he's sent off twice this season.
And then how many cards total?
He'll get like 13 yellow cards. Maybe more. Bro.
Yeah, I was going to say 14 cards. Definitely get suspended on yellows in the league.
For sure.
Sent off, I'm going to go with 1. I think he's going to get sent off once. He seems pretty disciplined.
He does.
But for a team that's been lacking that edge, where like Roy Keane would just get sent off for fun, right? We don't need that. But we do need someone who's pushing the edge of things. I also like the shithousery from him. He knows how to get an opponent's head. The passion, everything from Martinez is great. Southampton did target him quite a bit. Launching the ball up high to Martinez. You're going to see him get challenged. He did very well against Southampton, but he's not going to always do well because he's height disadvantaged. Like they said, short people, angry and aggressive, but then trying to get up for a header is going to be tough. He's going to get bullied there. It will happen. Everyone will just throw him under the bus, but he did perform well. So far, so good. Martinez looks good. And also Malacia looked good. He made one error against Southampton, one bad one. But he's looking pretty sharp. The back line's looking good. We're just dying for that CDM Casemiro who can take the pressure off the back line by giving them a different outlet. Now, all these teams man-marking us makes it hard for us to play out, try to go over the top. We're still struggling in that regard. We're not quite Ajax just yet.
No, it's a good point. But like you said, I think bringing in a world-class CDM like we have in Casemiro ahead of that center-back pairing will take a lot of pressure off of him. And then, Malacia was a £12.5 million signing. He was a bargain bin, and he's turning out to be a real player. But he's going to need time. He's going to need time no matter what. We've got time because, you know what? I don't think Luke Shaw is currently just breaking down the door to take his spot. That's why you love the Europa League.
It's the urgency of defending.
No, of course. That's why you love the Europa League because you can play Shaw, you can play Maguire, you can play Lindelof. AWB, if he doesn't leave, you can play him. You can play Donny. You can play McTominay. So it's good. We have fewer players up front that you can rotate, but you can also bring on a Garnacho with an Alanga. I don't know if we have another number 9 ready to go, but like you said, I don't want to overly take it seriously, but he'll get exposed sometimes. But every great player gets exposed. Even Van Dijk got exposed the other day, didn't he?
Yeah, he got bullied.
Bullied.
Still waiting. Nobody has sent me a clip of Harry Maguire cramping. That's the one thing I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that one. Harry Maguire cramping needs to be stretched out because he's working so hard in the back. Because I guess the reason between Harry Maguire is that when someone goes past Harry, he just gives up. Yeah, everyone else is trying to catch.
Well,
the urgency of defense is insane. The urgency of the defending, just like body on the line,
diving.
It's like, oh, you love this. It's like, sort of tastes so good. It tastes so sweet when you see a back line willing to put their body on the line for a clean sheet and 3 points. Next question here at T Zolski on Twitter. Quote: nervy finish. Didn't like that we kind of settled after we went up, but I'll take the 3 points. Martinez settling at center back. Erik ten Hag signings look great so far. Go out and get Anthony. Trust the man. It's still Glazers out.
It's still Glazers out. I have to admit, I think that makes the price tag, which is eye-watering, and we're paying over the odds. We know it. I trust Erik ten Hag, right? Like the front office, the scouting department, it's been gutted. It's being transitioned into his front office. But right now, it is Erik ten Hag and whoever he wants. His track record's pretty good. Hopefully, this isn't the one that misses, right? The £85 million signing isn't the one that he flubs on. But he knows what he wants.
80% hit rate. You have to look at the hit rate because if you're bound to whiff.
You are. You don't never.
You're
no one
bound.
shoots 100%.
You shoot 50% in transfers, you're like in a good spot. You shoot 75%, you're world class director of football.
Right.
Ten Hag is almost 100%. So if you're gonna miss, the universe is
This would be
perfect.
the one.
It's usually the big one,
Yeah.
and that's the one everyone remembers.
Yep.
I don't think Anthony can miss though. So I'm excited to see him. I'm excited about Eric Ten Hag, and I'm excited for Leicester City. But everyone remember, winning 2 games doesn't mean that our ownership shouldn't go. Winning 2 games doesn't mean it isn't Glazers out all day, every day. And winning 2 games and buying some players, overpaying for them, doesn't mean that we should give up the pressure on the Glazers. I do feel that the pressure kind of easing on them. Ratcliffe said he hasn't heard from them. I guess that was the other news in the Glazers out corner. Ratcliffe said that he hasn't heard anything about. He said he is interested in buying them. Glazers said nothing, and they're just buying players. What does that tell you?
They ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. They're digging in. Dude, the one of the news that was kind of swirling around over the last couple of weeks is that they wanted to pull a Barcelona and basically sell the future television rights for upfront cash, which, they would say we're putting in the stadium. No, they're putting in their fucking pockets. Like they have everything around.
No, they're just cutting off our arm.
Spite our face.
Dude, they're just like, start sending the horse to the glue factory. I mean, at the end of the day, they're just like milking us for all we got.
Busted,
it's
bro.
like,
It's already busted out.
We still got to be focused on that. Keep it up on the internet. 1958, their protests are still rocking. We're not going to be coming home for a bit, but when we do, #Glazers out. The protest, everyone will be up for it. Absolutely love it. What a podcast, sir. That's it. You like the American Red Devils? We are for fans, by fans. Man, winning feels good, man. 3 points, baby. Let's go. That's what it's all about. Support the pod. Check out our website, AmericanRedDevils.com. Click on store, buy some merch, support us, check out our Patreon, write a review, like, subscribe, do all those fun things because we literally are 2 guys in a garage talking smack about the team we love. That's what it's all about.
Up the Reds. Manchester United, we're on the up. At American Red Devils, we appreciate all the fans. We couldn't do it without you. Speaking of the fans, sir, top cities, last 7 days. How you doing? Etobicoke, Canada. Appreciate you. Bellingham, Washington. Eunice, Florida. Salem, Connecticut. Boston, Massachusetts. Philadelphia, PA. Glen Ellen, Illinois. Aurora, Illinois. Mumbai, India. And last but not least, Marcus Hook, PA. We also got Malmo, Sweden on the list. Appreciate all the American Red Devils listening week in, week out. Oslo, Norway, we see you. Hamilton, Canada, we see you. London, UK, we see you. Appreciate you. Appreciate all the American Devils. Couldn't do it without you. Always darkest before the dawn. There will be bumps along the road. Leicester City could go to shit quickly. But it's a long-term project. I believe in the manager. So far, so good with these signings. Let's go. Here you go, Anthony.
Antony. I just fumbled it. Oh, my God. Let's go. Everyone have a great week. On to Leicester City.